Alan, just take us through this deal that was brokered by Qatar. How long did it take for this deal to come through? And, this doesn't include any men. It only includes women and children. But this deal could be extended, is what reports are suggesting, that there could be 30 more hostages that could get released, and this pause could in fact be extended.
Yes, that's very true. It's been taking weeks for this deal to be brokered, most of all because it's been very difficult for Qatar to it's been easy to talk to Israel, but it's been difficult to get messages through and to get answers from Hamas, because it's the leadership inside Gaza, the Hamas leadership, who takes the decisions. And so both Qatar and Israel have been waiting for days every time they needed an answer. But here, just a few hours ago, Israel accepted the Qatari proposal, which includes the beginning of release of hostages from Gaza from tomorrow, Thursday. It's expected to take place. The 10 first hostages will be released tomorrow, and thereafter 10 more hostages every day. And as you say, it can be extended. I mean, the pause in the fighting is now said to be 4 days, at least 4 days, but it can be extended. So we will have to see on Sunday or Monday early whether Hamas or Israel will continue fighting, or whether they will continue to release prisoners. Israeli authorities will release at least 30 prisoners for every 10 hostages that Hamas releases, meaning that at least 150 Palestinian prisoners, women and children, will be released from Israeli prisons.
So groups of 12 to 13 hostages to be released per day is what reports are suggesting. But when we talk about, the release, that's expected only on Thursdays, what reports are suggesting. This delay is because they've agreed upon a 24-hour waiting period.
Yes, both parts want to see the reaction of the other part. But I also think that a major factor here is that the Red Cross needs to take care of many logistical problems of getting out the hostages from Gaza. I mean, we don't know where the hostages are, and I think Hamas does not want Israel to see exactly where the Red Cross, the International Red Cross, is bringing the prisoners from. So there's a lot of darkness on this matter, and a lot of smoke screen, so to speak, because it is a very sensitive issue, and Hamas really wants the Red Cross to take out the prisoners in deepest secrecy.
Alan, is this pause, this waiting period, given so that Israeli citizens are given a chance to ask the Supreme Court to block the release of the prisoners, the Palestinian prisoners in a prison in Israel?
Yeah, there are some groups who try to object and try to, but it's. I mean, they try to. What I want to say is they try to see this not taken through this plan, but it's a very small part of Israeli society, and I think it's more a symbolic matter that they want to stop this planned release of prisoners and hostages, and it's seen in Israel as just a part of the game. Of course, they won't be able to stop this. The government has said yes. There's a very broad support for this deal among the Israeli population. So it's more like a symbolic matter. I think the two parts, they really want to see how the next 24 hours are going. Is something big going to happen? Is Hamas pulling out in the last second? Will Israel change its mind? I don't think that's going to happen. I think both parts have a very high interest that at least the first part of this deal will succeed tomorrow morning.
Right, and part of that deal is humanitarian aid as well as fuel. Fuel was one of the reasons as to the release of these hostages was sort of delayed.
Yes, that's true. It's been this is actually the part that's been criticized the most in Israel, because fuel to Gaza means not only aiding the hospitals. I mean, Israel can accept that, but it means aiding the Hamas war machine. because Hamas, who mainly is in the tunnel systems underneath Gaza, they need this fuel for ventilation, and that means that Israel, and it's broadly seen as like this in Israel, that Israel actually is sending aid directly to the Hamas war machine, and this is a sad part seen with Israeli eyes of this prisoner deal. I would say it's actually the worst part, because it strengthens Hamas. It gives Hamas the ability to maneuver in the near future.
Right. Thank you so much, Alan, for joining us on the broadcast this morning. We will keep tracking the story and getting you more updates. For now,